This video is breaking my own rules. I always say, let the company try to convince you to become a shareholder. I'm just here to present their information and let you decide. Well, this company, this stock doesn't even give you any information. This is one of the most frustrating stocks for me that I've ever covered on this channel because they provide almost no marketing material. There's no investor presentation. There's no industry projections. There's no total addressable market to grab, nothing. But this company's fundamentals are so good, their financials are so good that here I am today. In today's video, I'm going to give you an introduction to this fantastic little microcap, borderline small cap stock, ADF Group. Let's get started. So this is ADF Group stock chart recently. It's gone up exceptionally well in 2023. Massive success. Congratulations to shareholders. There's lots more room to go probably. I'll be talking about that. But typically what you see on X is a tweet from Paul Andreola saying that boring is beautiful. This is a very boring stock. But that can be a problem sometimes because as much as I agree with Paul, I have to wonder how much share price could have gone up with a little bit of marketing. I am a viewer requested channel, meaning that I gather up all the stocks that you want me to cover. I put them out on polls on YouTube for you to vote to decide which video you want me to make next. In this one poll, ADF Group came in fourth place. That's not good. Number one was CCOM Satellite Systems. They did okay. I mean, not too bad over the year, considering it's been a tough year for a lot of stocks. Number two and number three was Titanium Transportation and GiveX. They've done okay. GiveX has had a good year. Titanium Transportation, not too much. But none of these stocks have really fallen on their face, right? They've all kind of held their ground. Not bad stock picks. However, when we look at this poll, in fourth place, number four, ADF Group. Nobody knew who this company was. Nobody really voted for it, wanted to see a video on it. That is their share price recently. Very, very impressive. So it's time for me to take dictatorial control over this channel and introduce ADF Group, where boring is beautiful. Okay, that's not their tagline. Their tagline is a North American leader in complex metal frames and heavy steel components. I mean, it's very descriptive, but it's not very catchy, right? ADF Group is a North American leader in the design, engineering, fabrication, and installation of complex steel structures, heavy steel buildups, as well as in architectural metals for the non-residential infrastructure sector. ADF is one of the few players capable of handling highly technical, complex mega projects on fast-track schedules in the commercial, industrial, and public sectors. The company operates 2 fabrication plants and 2 paint shops in both Canada and the United States. Interestingly for me, and just my opinion, is despite everybody not knowing about the stock and saying it's very boring, I don't agree, right? The only reason they're boring is they don't have any marketing. When I look at what they do and how they do it and look at some of the videos they have here, this is not a boring stock. This is very much a man's man type of company building incredibly cool shit and should interest a lot of people. Whether you have an interest in anything from construction stocks, architecture, to robotic automation, ADF Group might interest you. Now, I usually don't recommend investing in something that you don't understand, so priority number one for me will be researching the expected growth of this industry. Will we be building more steel structures using large steel prefab? We need to go find that out. And this is what I'm talking about, where the company does a terrible job trying to market themselves, right? Why choose us? I mean, I love a picture of the group of all the workers in one plant. I think that's fantastic. There's no real investor deck or why an investor should invest in this company. The best information that I could actually find on ADF was actually their LinkedIn page. So a shout out to that, where they give weekly updates, it seems like, on what they're doing, how they're doing it, and some of their projects where you can learn where they're at, but also especially, are they busy? Are they not busy? Are they hiring? There's a lot of great information sometimes that people can find on LinkedIn. As long as you're professional about it, you can connect very well with companies on LinkedIn. But it's their financial statements and their management discussion analysis that really excites investors, and it's why share price has gone up recently despite the terrible marketing. I mean, their revenue has gone down in the year, but I'm assuming that steel prices, I don't know yet. This is just an introductory video. But what you have to look at on the far right is their net income has been increasing steadily. When you see that kind of net income growth, they are doing something right that we need to go find out what. Some interesting tidbits of information I pulled from their management discussion. Some of the market trends includes whether or not you're bullish on more of these complexes getting built, and it helps explain more about what this company does, where they say they're building hotels, sports complexes, museums, recreational complexes, as well as infrastructure for government like hydroelectric dams, airports, bridges, and overpasses. They're saying it should be noted that the demand in the sector is relative to business cycles. When we're in a bull market, there's more private projects. When they're in a bear market, there's more government projects. So something to look out for. Here they're saying that even though they're Canadian stock, a Canadian company, most of the steel structure projects are in the United States. So if you're an investor and you're in Canada, you do need to pay a certain amount of attention to the American economy more than the Canadian economy here. They're saying that the markets served by ADF continue to be buoyant, saying that the sector increased by 65.5% between August of last year to August of 2023, which is quite buoyant, right? So they're saying as a result, we continue to look positively at the coming months. So everybody's talking about recession. ADF Group is saying, that's fine, but maybe not in this sector. They recently announced a semi annual dividend of 1 cent per share, which isn't looking like much considering their share price keeps going up. I wonder if they increase this in the future, as well as there's new financing. So if you go research the stock, it does have some debt for people that hate debt, just so you're aware. As well as on May 30th, the company announced the signing of a series of new contracts in the United States worth a total of 142 million. But even more bullish and more recent is this company in December announced the award of another major new bunch of contracts in both Canada and the United States worth a total value of $234 million. ADF Group has a large backlog that you need to go look at. But for all the struggles that I did have researching ADF Group, I at least found that Atrium Research produced a paper on them, which has a lot of great information to read through here. At the bottom here, they're saying they're maintaining their buy rating for the stock and they're increasing their target to $10 per share, previously $9 per share. The numbers that Atrium Research are looking at here are interesting. They're showing their actual sales full year 2023 right here, which has shown incredible growth, but they're saying up to 2025 expected to have 351 million in revenue, increasing gross margins. You see this going from 14% to 22%. So we're going to have to go look at why. Interestingly enough, though, with their price prediction of $9, $10 per share, they're actually decreasing their EV over EBITDA. So they're decreasing their valuations, saying as this stock improves, we're basing our share price on the strength of the financials and not that valuations are going to go up higher. They're actually saying they're going to decrease, which is why Atrium Research believes that this stock is still undervalued. They believe that even though the stock went up 23% in the past month, they still think it's an underreaction to the two massively positive announcements of revenue, contract backlog, and earnings they've had. So probably quite a few more than two. That's probably being conservative right there as well. There's been a lot of good news for ADF Group recently, right? Atrium Research continues to believe that ADF is still largely undiscovered amongst institutional investors, and it's only a matter of time before the multiple re-rates to higher levels. Undiscovered by institutional investors, undiscovered by retail investors, basically, too, right? There's a small group of people that know about this stock that have been driving the share price up, but it's such a difficult stock to research. Almost no marketing. I've never heard about it before about 2 months ago. So I think there's a large group of retail investors that don't know about this stock as well. I think the biggest hesitation for people that research ADF Group after this video is that they've been doing so well. Share price is at a 52-week high. Paul Andriola asks right here, do you prefer buying a new 52-week high or a new 52-week low on a stock? If you're not sure which direction to go in, I do suggest that people have a look at the CanSlim method, how to make money in stocks. They have a new 4th edition, I believe, which talks about buying stocks, buying these small stocks at new 52-week highs, because essentially the best stocks, the best companies will consistently have new 52-week highs. But just looking at some of the answers that Paul gets is absolutely fascinating. Because one fantastic answer is 52-week high and a pullback. That's when a lot of people are interested in buying these stocks that are going up. I completely agree with this take. There's all kinds of other examples if you go find this post that are absolutely some great answers to whether you want a stock on its way up or cheap on its way down. So, my favorite answer, slow clap from me for the valuing Dutchman, is if the price is below the intrinsic value and I can expect a return of about 15 to 20% per year, I do not care if it's at a 52-week high. For me, this I really like this, right? This is exactly it. When you're looking at buying a microcap stock, and I talk about this all the time, you should have a range of prices. At what price am I interested in buying this stock? At what price am I no longer interested in buying this stock? If I get something wrong, at what price do I want to sell this stock? At what price do I say something's wrong here? I need to get out. When you're investing in microcap stocks, I highly suggest you control your emotions by having price targets. This is where I 100% agree with the valuing Dutchman. Have a look at ADF Group. Figure out your price. What would you want to buy into this stock for? Where do you think the share price can go to? And make your own opinion. Now, this is not financial advice. I am not your financial advisor. I am one average retail investor that likes talking about these good stocks because I think providing some coverage and having some good discussion makes us all a better investor, right? So please go do your own due diligence on ADF Group. And this is just an introduction video to this company. Obviously, I'm not going to cover everything about it. Obviously, I'm not going through the numbers today. I'm not going to make a 60 to 90-minute video right now on ADF Group. I just want to put it on people's radar, put it on people's watch list. Right here is the final slide here of why we like ADF Group. I'm not even going to read this out. You can read it yourself. To do research on this company, go to their website, which sucks. Go to LinkedIn, a little bit better. Go have a look at the ADF Atrium Research report. That was some fantastic places to find some information. And of course, as always, please go look at their earnings. And before I let you go for the day, West Coast Kids Cancer Foundation. So if you're looking to give to this channel, thank me for my time. If you're looking for a great little grassroots Canadian charity to donate to this Christmas season, or if you're looking to what I do sometimes, the perfect gift for somebody who has it all, to give a charity donation. West Coast Kids provides support to kids and their families as they navigate childhood cancer and blood disorders, supporting families with small actions that make a big impact every day. They say that their programs make a difference every day, so can you. I think West Coast Kids is a fantastic organization. I'm going to provide a link down below in my pinned comment so you can go check out their information, go do your own due diligence, and see if this is where you'd like to donate your hard-earned money to. Thank you, as always, for your time. Really appreciate it. You've been watching Common Sense Investing. I will see you again soon.